A grunk? What?
What the hell is a gronk?
That's what I call it, a grunk.
It's
What is a gronk?
When it goes.
Did you make that up?
Yeah. It's a gronk.
A gronk? That's the throat noise?
Yeah.
All right.
You sound like you're purring.
Who, me?
Did you hear
No,
the
Jenny.
noise? Did you hear the noise?
No, that was mine. Me purring.
Me purring. Listen to you. Did you? That was me. I was purring. Okay. Did you hear?
Is it when your throat makes a weird noise?
Yeah, it's a gronk.
Well, on that gronk note, this episode of the Julien Dionne Show with Jen Grant is brought to you once again by Gandalf Spirulina. That's right, new sponsor alert, folks. Jen, how would you tell our loyal listeners what is spirulina?
Spirulina is a blue-green microalgae and is partly responsible for producing the oxygen in the planet's atmosphere that billions of years ago allowed the planet's originating life form to develop. It's the world's first superfood. It's got this incredible color. It's this vibrant, like blue-green that I've never seen anything else look quite like that. And it's one of the most nutrient-dense foods on Earth. And the way you take it is usually by capsule or powder. It's like a ground-up powder form.
Yeah, we take the powder. I love it. And it's really phenomenal. It is the superfood of superfoods. Just one 3-gram serving provides 60 to 70% protein, like daily protein, 10 to 20% carbs, 7% minerals, 6% lipids, 5% humidity, and 2% fibers. 3,900% more beta-carotene than carrots, 2,300% more iron than spinach, 600% more protein than tofu.
How about this? 65% of protein requires less water to produce it compared to the production of soy, eggs, and beef.
Also, they have 2 different kinds, and the difference between Gandalf's Hawaiian and organic spirulina. This is why if you are in the market for spirulina, you have to look out what you're buying because there's different types. Gandalf's Hawaiian spirulina is grown in a pristine location in Hawaii. Photosynthesis outdoors is contained in open ponds using the energy of the sun. And Gandalf's organic spirulina is grown in Asia in covered ponds using water from below the desert at a depth of 500 meters.
So cool.
Spirulina, it's we're into it. We're taking it every day. Lots of energy. You feel great. You look great. Head on over to GandalfSpirulina.com.
Gandalf is really good quality. You got to look for that because they test for heavy metals and
it's
such.
The best of the best. Yeah. GandalfSpirulina.com. GANDALF Spirulina SPIRULINA.com. I feel like I spelt that confusingly.
Yeah.
It's like that Kevin James joke with my rhythm was off. With like the phone number rhythm. GandalfSpirulina.com. Head on over today. All right, here we are with a brand new episode of the Julien Dionne Show with Jen Grant and Jordan Grant coming at you from Lemon Press Studios in the beautiful Gatineau Hills. Hadel. Switching it up this morning. Wow. Episode 495. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for listening, wherever you are in the world, on this planet, or elsewhere. If
there's dramatic.
Yeah, no. If there's some sort of intergalactic communication happening, please let us know, and please come take us.
That would make our podcast go viral.
Finally, well, first podcast from a UFO ship from the mothership.
Finally, I can use the statement, "This podcast is out of this world," and really mean it. Hi, I'll be here all week.
Professional comedian, might I add you, Jen Grant, my co-host. Everybody. Here we are. Oh, cracking a Budweiser this morning.
Yeah, right.
No, this is an organic blackberry hibiscus sparkling. Anyway, not to harp on it too long because, I mean, this has been the through line of the podcast for so long. Papa's getting some pills.
Yeah. Papa.
Just got off the phone with my doc. And I'm going to be getting some sleeping pills. I need them.
Wow.
Something needs to be done.
Yeah, I mean, It's,
don't understand.
It's to the point. Like, what did your doctor say when you said that you only sleep 5 hours a night?
And you know what? Now it's 4.
Wow. What did she say?
She said,
Are you trying to think of a joke?
That's not right.
and then she said, do you shower before bed? I said, no. She said,
Well, maybe you should wash it? Okay.
and then she gave me
They've
statistics.
done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
Enough of that. Yeah, no, I don't know. I just told her that I fall asleep for 4 hours. I have no problem falling asleep. Within a minute and a half, 2 minutes, I'm out. Boom. But 4 hours, it was 5. Now it's 4. I'm wide awake. And it's not anxiety. There's nothing worrying me. I'm very happy these days. Life is good. I have very little anxiety, actually. I realized that the main source of my general anxiety was drinking and smoking pot. But anyway. So, I feel great, but my mind is very active in the night. And it's all fun, positive, exciting stuff. I'll think of this show. I'll think of other upcoming things. And I just, what I want to do to the studio, upgrade it and all that. And I was just thinking. And it's all fun stuff, but I'm awake, wide awake. And I'm often hungry. So I'll wake up sometimes. I'll have a bowl of cereal. But it's minimum an hour and a half to 2 hours that I'm up every night after 4 hours. If I go to bed at 1, it's at 5 a.m. If I go to bed at 8, it's at midnight. Like, it's regardless. And then I'll be up for a couple hours and then crash so hard. And then come morning, oh my God, I'm out of it. But something needs to be done. And it's weirdly, yes, we talked about this off mic. I didn't have the best sleeps when I was booze bagging it, but it's worse sober. And this happened.
And it shouldn't be.
This happened last year too. This was a source of. We talked about it a lot on the podcast. By the way, that coffee smells amazing.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna have it. I'm not tempted at all. It just smells good.
Yeah, coffee does smell good, really good.
Anyway,
Even people who've never liked the taste of coffee like the smell of it.
Yes.
It smells good.
So yeah, I just for some reason when I'm sober and I'm doing everything right, I'm exercising, I'm eating well, sleeping, or I'm not sleeping, but I'm healthy. I'm off substances.
Yeah, your reward should be a good night's sleep.
It's not happening, and I read that it can be a genetic mutation. It could be something that's hereditary. And again, we've covered this at length before. My grandmother was my father's mother. My father's mother, she was would sleep 4 hours. The next night, she'd sleep 8 out of pure exhaustion, and then sleep. Basically, every other night, she'd sleep 4 hours. 4 and 8, 4 and 8. Anyway, but you had like 10 kids and stuff. I just have like a podcast to do.
Like, imagine, like there's no one more tired than a mother of how many kids?
10. Granted, when the youngest were born, the oldest were like
Still.
in their, 18, 19, 20.
Still,
it's not like
though.
you're taking care of 10 toddlers. So she
Yeah.
kind of had it easy,
Oh my God.
is what I'm saying.
No, but like, there's no one more tired than that, because even when your kids are in your 20s, they still need you. And you've never caught up on rest when you've had a kid after kid after kid after kid.
Are you calling my grandmother a whore?
I am.
Kid after a kid after a kid after a kid. She was actually pregnant 21 times. So basically 21 years of her life.
That's what I mean. Like, she never had
Lost 11.
a full break. Like, and back in that day, I feel like people lost 11, like that kind of grief and that stress. And
Yep.
and like back in the
I know,
day,
lost 11.
like that's so sad and
She
tiring.
she lost more kids than she had.
Wow.
But it was just like
and back in those days, like, no one's like, you know what, put the oxygen mask on your face first. You know what I mean?
put
Everyone's
the
just,
oxygen mask on.
you know that saying?
Oh, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I see you lose a baby, have a hit of pure oxygen, relax.
No, but like no one it's like before
No,
a
you
lot
go
of
in the.
self-help. It's like, no, just pull up your socks.
You'd shuffle. You'd feel your water would break. You'd shuffle your way to the barn, and you'd have it.
Yeah.
I'm
barn.
kidding. She didn't have any kids in the barn.
No, not in the barn, but I'm sure she did in the house.
Probably. You know what's gross? People post videos of
And the
births.
house was probably very modest. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't fancy, so it wasn't that much
No.
fancier than a barn.
They didn't have a PlayStation in every room, but we're having fun. You know what's gross? And this is it's not gonna be a popular take, but people post water births online. I don't want to see that. No offense to birthing mothers, keep that to yourself.
Why?
Why are you putting it online? I've come across multiple videos of like births happening in the ocean or in a bathtub. That's private stuff.
Do you see the woman's like?
You see just the water turn red and colored, and then the baby come out. It's disgusting. No, but it's not. It's a private thing.
I sounded like Gordy there.
I know. Why are you go for clout? What do you want? Likes? I don't understand. Keep that. Even if you were to share it with your family, even your family would be like, thanks, beautiful, I guess. But like, no, put it on the internet. I've come across multiple. Am I the only one? Is that what the algorithm's showing me? What's wrong with me? Why am I? Have you
I've
never
seen one. No.
I've seen one in the ocean, and I've seen one in a bathtub. More than one in the bathtub, but I saw one recently in the ocean. It's gross.
I think if you were to like say there was a documentary and they showed it in a documentary, that's fine because then you're like picking a documentary you're interested in seeing. Because I do think that
no, this is like social media shit.
Seeing like a baby being born for the very like entering like the world, that's pretty cool.
If it's a documentary you're going on Netflix, you're going, I'm going to watch a birthing documentary because this is what I want to watch. But if you're mindlessly scrolling and you see some naked prego lady in a tub and then the water turns all cloudy red and then a baby comes out and she's crying, I'm like, yuck.
Yeah. So is she just like waist down in the water?
Yeah. With tassels on her nips. You know, you got to give something for the male audience.
Oh.
No,
that's just yucky.
No tassels, but anyway, no. But Jordan, have you ever come across that?
I've never seen that.
Why am I seeing this online?
It is weird.
I don't know.
It's weird that your algorithm thinks you want that.
I know.
Yeah, it really shows a lot about you, Julien.
It does. We're all questioning.
It's like that Hunter Collins joke. Hunter Collins, comedian out of Toronto, would have this great bit about breastfeeding in public when it was a big controversy. Like it was a hot topic
Right,
about 8 years ago or something like that. Everyone was talking about it. He goes, yeah, he goes, I don't like people talk about breastfeeding in public and stuff. He goes, here's my take. He goes, breastfeeding in public, part of me finds it gross, but all of me finds it sexy. Anyway, but all that
Anyway,
all that to say, I'm tired. And this is how tired I am these days. I'm now in the eye cream market as a 39-year-old grown man.
mm-hmm.
I just bought more online. You got me that nice roller for my birthday,
Yeah.
and I did some more research, and I got another one.
Well, check with me first.
Why?
Because I've bought a lot of this stuff.
Oh, this one has caffeine and vitamin C in it.
And what's the brand?
Glee. GLE with an accent on it.
Never heard of it.
Maybe I'm putting
How much was it?
rat poison on my thing.
poison.
Regular $80 for 40 for a little tube.
Did you read any reviews?
Yeah, 248 reviews, 5-star.
Huh. Is it good for like, what's the point of it? You know what I mean?
Dark circles and tightening of the skin.
Oh, you want it tightened.
Yes, I'm having bags I have wrinkly bags under my eyes now for the first time in my life.
It's funny. I don't notice it.
Well, I do.
Love is blind.
And then I have rosacea under my eyes, and so then I'm putting this cream on that it's like burns the rosacea. It actually burns. You put it on and it burns for half an hour, then it stops burning and tingling. But then it's like it's burnt after for like 2 days. It's burnt and flaking. So my eyes are all wrinkly, puffy, dark, and burnt.
Well,
I look like I'm 87, just like just around the eyes.
87. You know what I realize or that I've learned, and I think that it's absolutely totally true. You have to keep your face hydrated and moisturized if you tend to be on the drier side because you're going to show your wrinkles more, and it really makes sense.
I do coconut oil head to toe every day for years.
Yeah, but you need something even more, I think.
Than coconut oil?
I think so. But your skin's nice. Oh, that's nice. No, but your rosacea cream is drying out so it's good that you're putting
burns
cream.
it.
Yeah,
It literally burns.
So the more dry, like I've heard that my whole life because I have oily hair. And a hairdresser told me a while back that don't be too stressed or, hate your oily hair too much. Because if you have oily hair, that means you have oily skin. And if you have oily skin, you have less wrinkles. So, I mean, the coconut oil has for sure helped you, but maybe there's a way to find something that'll be even extra.
Yeah,
And people who have dry skin.
I've been using coconut oil for over 10 years.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good stuff about that for sure.
But anyway, you look good. Did you do something different with your eye makeup? New technique?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Do you like it?
Yes, I do.
Actually?
Well, why would I say it? No, I'm kidding.
I didn't think you'd like it because you don't like makeup that much.
No, I like a little touch.
It's I just tried something else. Trying something different.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have ordered this eye cream, but it's on the way already. It's like a gel.
I'm sure it's fine.
I guess caffeine and vitamin C are two things you want in there. I guess caffeine as an anti-aging thing. Here we are. Welcome to the anti-aging podcast. But yeah, my eyes are so wrinkly, dry, burnt, and puffy now.
You know what also helps is it is frustrating because you're so healthy right now. Like you couldn't be more healthy. You're taking lots of supplements.
Go ahead.
Lots of supplements.
Actually, I took a couple days off. I haven't taken anything.
Okay.
I like to just reset.
The
Sometimes
spirulina you're taking though, eh?
Yes, of course, every day. Spirulina and barley life.
Yeah.
And vitamin D, but otherwise, you just take so much after a while. It's like I just like to give the body a break because you have to process it at some point. Like your organs need to.
Oh, for sure. And spirulina and barley life they're like food. So it's not like something, you know what I mean? Like you're eating and it's great because if you don't feel like you're getting enough vegetables, you always know you have that there.
Yeah.
And that helps a lot.
Should I put spirulina under my eyes? Barley life and spirulina?
Yeah. I think you should. I want to see that look.
Well, I have the nothing really works. You really think about it, it's all scams. I think everything's a scam. Like I put those
except for
the thing I just ordered.
No. You mean everything's a scam, like the creams and stuff.
Yeah, the creams and the under eye things, and you see the things. And now, of course, I searched it online, so it's all I see on my Facebook is under eye cream and pregnant ladies giving birth in bathtubs.
I think your algorithm thinks you're a woman.
A woman. Just a woman, just a pregnant, pregnant woman.
A woman
that's not sleeping.
concerned about fine lines.
Probably thinks I'm a pregnant woman not sleeping.
And they do have issues sleeping.
I know.
Pregnant women, because they say not only is it physically uncomfortable to sleep, but they say that when you're pregnant, you're actually kind of getting ready for having a newborn, so you don't have good sleeps. Did you know that, you guys?
No. Well, look at that.
Did you know that, Jordan?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, apparently they have bad sleeps because it's kind of preparing you for having bad sleeps when you have a newborn. Oh my gosh, it must be so hard.
What if you have good sleeps when you have a newborn then? But here's another thing I'm seeing on my algorithm I just saw this morning when I was in the bath. I by the way, I had the doctor's appointment in the bath.
I know.
I was like conscious of the echo and like the water dripping and stuff.
Nah. She knows.
You can't hide it. You can't hide the fact that you're in a bath. But
who cares? If you're going to do that on a phone call, it might as well be a doctor. I mean, the doctor's sticking her finger up your butt, you know.
And she hasn't done that yet.
She will one day. And grabbing
I don't think I want a woman doing that.
Grabbing your cojones and making you cough. I mean, you might as well just be in the bath during a...
Yeah.
You don't want a woman doing that? You want a man doing that with bigger fingers? That's
true.
That's the whole joke.
I guess
there's so many middle-aged men who do that joke. It's like, I want a doctor with slender fingers.
Is there a child that could do it for me then? Oh, that's weird.
Oh,
that's a red flag.
Edit this out.
Oh my god.
Or you know, in the what movie is that? Is it? It's the parody of a scary movie, I think. Where the guy, what's his name? Chris, he's got a little tiny hand. Shit. Anyway.
It makes me think of that sketch on SNL where they have those little hands.
Jordan, can you Google take my, yeah, like that.
Kristen Wiig?
Yeah. Can you Google grab my small hand or grab my strong hand, and it'll be a quote from a movie. It'll tell you the movie. The actor's name is Chris something. He's hilarious. You know, Chris, he's always on Letterman. He started on Letterman as an intern, I think.
I'm sure once I hear his name, I'll.
And it's like a parody of Scary Movie, I think, and he's got a tiny little hand in it. Anyway, that's who I want up in my rectal cavity.
Cavity?
That's what it is. It's a hole.
I don't like that sound of it. Sound of it?
I saw another thing on my Facebook. It's pickle paste.
What's that?
It's like dill pickle paste. This is what I mean. The algorithm thinks I'm a pregnant lady.
Ah.
Pickle paste, under eye cream, and pregnant videos and birthing videos.
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't know. I'd rather see a horse get birthed in a field than a human. I don't know why. It's just too private. It's too, keep that to yourselves.
I do think.
Yeah, it's a scary movie too, and he just goes, "Take my little hand."
Hey, what's his name? The actor.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but that's you're.
I thought you were asking for the quote.
I
Okay.
was totally. Chris something. He's hilarious, Jen. You've.
Oh, I'm sure as soon as I hear his name.
As soon as you see.
I'd look it up, but I know we have trusty Jordan over there.
No, but look it up once she gets the name, because
Okay.
You'll know that actor. He's one of those actors. Anytime you see him, he's hilarious. Whether it's in a movie or on a talk show appearance, he's never not hilarious. Everything out of his mouth is gold. Chris something.
Hanson?
Chris Hansen?
No, that's Chris Elliott.
Chris Elliott.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
jeez.
Like wasn't
He has
in,
puffy eyes. He could use under eye cream.
Yeah, you could.
There's Something About Mary. Is that the guy
Yes.
who's in that? Yeah.
Chris Hansen's
Oh, and
the
wasn't he
NBC
in-
guy, the
Wasn't
To
he?
Catch a Predator guy.
Wasn't he also in Schitt's Creek?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's got a very
That's
memorable
him?
face. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. You know the crazy like
The
husband.
local, yeah.
Yeah, rolling shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he's never not funny. Like, but he started on Letterman. I think he was an intern and he was always on, and then and went on and had a huge career. But yeah, that's who I want. His character from Scary Movie 2 to do my prostate exam. There, we got there.
Long way to get there.
Took a while.
Well, I wonder when you have to get that exam done, Jules.
After 40, I think if
Gear up.
if you have history in your family, it's in your at 40, and if not, it's
50?
80. 50, I think.
Oh, you got time then.
But if
Might
it's
as well sit back and enjoy nothing in your bum for the next 11 years. Wow. Enjoy that.
well, what if I want? Do you think if I can you request a strap on?
Oh.
A pegging?
You're so weird.
Thank you, Jordan.
I love getting that reaction from Jordan. I don't know why. I like weirding you both out.
Yeah, well, we would love to say the same, wouldn't we, Jordan? But we cannot.
I mean, yeah.
But we cannot.
What's grosser, a pegging video or a birthing video in a bathtub or the ocean?
A pegging video.
I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I could watch that longer. It's like a bull ride, 8 seconds.
Yeah, but childbirth is fascinating. I mean, it's incredible.
It is. It's just, what were you going to say, Jordan? Like?
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
Well, isn't that just like you're asking, would you rather watch porn or a birthing video? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
True.
Well, it's not a porn type that I'm particularly
Well, it
into,
is.
so it would be repulsive to me.
Oh, gosh.
To watch a woman pegging a guy would be that does nothing for me. I would actually find it kind of revolting. Or what if I'm into it? Would you peg me, Jen, if it was?
I do
if
not
was
want to
into it?
contribute to this conversation. This is so not up my alley at all.
It would be up my alley, potentially. That's another word for crevasse, or what did I say earlier? Cavity.
I do not want to remind you.
Up my cavity, up my alley. All right. Woof.
I think I know why you're getting things that gross you out, because you like to say things that gross you out.
Why I'm
What
getting
are you
things?
Googling? What are you Googling gross things?
Yeah, I googled underwater
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. There's no D in that. What is it?
Nickelodeon.
Oh, there is a D. Nickelodeon. I googled underwater Nickelodeon slime, and I got a birthing video. Well, anyway.
Anyway.
So I'll report back next week. Hopefully, I'll be all rested and tight eye skin underneath the eyes. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, let me know how that works for you because I've been noticing I have really puffy eyes under my eyes.
Oh, yeah?
So let me know.
I'll let you know. It'll be a combination of the eye cream. Gle. It's GLE with an accent grave on it. I don't know. Look it up, Jen. Look up Gle for dark circles.
Like right now?
Yeah, GLE. Just put GLE for dark circles.
Jordan, I've never noticed anything under your eyes, but we all know our own face the most, right? Like I noticed one day I started having that.
Yeah, but yours not puffy. It's an attractive quality. It's just a part of a feature on your face.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Yes. It's not like from being tired or
No,
or
I've
anything.
I look at pictures of me when I was a kid. I've always had that.
Yeah, but it's
like part of my face.
Yeah, but it's different than what I'm talking about. What I'm
Right.
talking about is dark circles, wrinkly from fatigue, and that's it. It's a distinctive feature. I like it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's a part of your face. It's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think you could fix that with cream. I think that's just like
Oh.
your face. It's like if you tried to put cream on your nose to make it, well, in your case, bigger because you have no nose.
I know I have a very small nose. It's been a long time since I've talked about this. How there's like no bone at the end of my nose.
Yeah.
Like you can press it and it smushes right down.
But no, you're. I don't even like calling them circles under your eyes. It's just a feature.
Like here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And honestly, I remember looking at pictures of when I was a kid and I had them. So I've always had that. So
yeah.
what's the name of the cream that you got? I see Glay. It looks nice.
GLE for dark circles. It's called.
Okay. You're so
I
funny.
think it's like $70 regular or something, and then
Oh, this says $24.99 regularly, $34.99.
for dark circles.
Yeah.
Is that US?
Oh, maybe.
Did I get ripped off? No, I think it was 54 something regular. Because I got two. You got 35% off when you got two. I'm just shopping for skincare.
Oh, maybe that's why it was that much. Says maybe it's because it's U.S. Well, it looks like great reviews.
Anyway, and you know
Contains all natural ingredients. That's good. Cruelty-free,
Oh, damn. I wanted cruelty.
and that dermatologically tested, clinically tested. Oh, it's hydrating. That's good for sensitive area around this. I'll be trying that. So thank you. I'll be
Got
trying
two.
that.
You can have one. There you
Woohoo!
go. Look at us. Yeah, but you don't need it.
That's nice of you to say. But, it never hurts to help the old fine lines,
Yeah.
Rich in antioxidants. Oh, I think you made a good choice here.
Caffeine and vitamin C, apparently. Anyway, so sleeping pills will help, and earplugs. You've been coughing a shit ton too the last couple nights.
What do you mean?
You've been coughing like nonstop
What?
since Saturday or something.
Yeah, but I don't even notice I'm doing it. I mean, I was like the first night, but I feel like I'm much better now.
No, still last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
But I can't control it.
I know, but I still get mad.
Thanks. So supportive.
Well, and you have this thing where you cough directly into my ear canal.
Well, I'm asleep, eh?
You're asleep, and then all of a sudden, and it's like a cough you don't even do when you're conscious. You're like,
Maybe I should go in the guest room tonight.
no, you're fine.
Well, yeah, but then I get shit for stuff I don't even remember being asleep.
Yeah.
Jordan, when you have a cold and you're coughing, does Ryan wake up?
Probably.
No, long answer.
No, but he doesn't complain. Ah, interesting. He's a very kind, loving partner,
You guys are married. It's different.
I guess. Oh my God, we're married. I forgot.
Oh, that's not right.
Well, I'm surprised you aren't forgetting because there's been a couple times I've noticed you don't have your wedding ring on.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
You know there's excuses? I can't lift weights while I've got my ring on.
I can't do deadlifts or anything with this on. I guess I could, but I don't know.
What about if you got some of those gloves?
No, God.
know?
You can't get gloves.
No?
You can't wear gloves in the gym.
Well, you're at the home gym.
No, not wearing gloves.
Okay.
Never.
Is that not tough?
Yes, of course not.
Ah,
You need to get callous. No.
that's one benefit of being a woman, eh? Like, I feel like I don't worry about... Like, I am tough, but things like that I don't even think about.
You
Like,
don't wear gloves. You don't put the pussy pad on the bar when you do squats.
pussy pad? What's
Yeah,
that?
that's what they call it. That's like the round foam thing
What
that
is that
goes
for,
around. When you
usually?
do squats, back squats, when you put the bar on your shoulders, you can put this it's like a Velcro cylinder
That
that
is
goes.
the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
No, you don't do that. You put the the metal right on your skin, and you toughen up the area. You callus. It's hard. It's hard
Oh my
work.
Gosh.
You don't wear gloves.
Also, pussy, like, I know this joke has been done before, but
You know how resilient
people
a
have
pussy
to...
is?
Exactly. Pussies are so strong, way stronger than a
It's
than
not.
a dick.
It's not a you know what it is. It's just
It's
a.
still, I don't like it. Wow, deep breath. So are you going to start taking your sleeping pills tonight?
I can't wait. I almost want to take it this afternoon and just fight it.
You have to... Yeah, you can't. You have stuff to do today.
Of course, I can't. But every time I get a prescription, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel like I'm like, she thinks I'm doing this for the thrill, like drugs.
The
She thinks
thrill.
I'm addicted. Because we're having this conversation. She calls me. I tell her the issue. I'm not sleeping. Well, I fall asleep fine, but 4 hours I'm up and this and that. And then she's like, so I'm like, and then I get all sheepish. I'm like, so I don't know. I'm wondering if there's anything you could prescribe me for like I don't know, just like a week or something, nothing more, just to, put
Nah.
me back into the good habits. I don't know. We're just spitballing here.
Spitballing.
And she's like, have you tried melatonin? And then I'm like, oh, fuck. I have to make a case now for this thing. I'm like, yes, I have tried melatonin. And I feel like she thinks I'm lying. So I feel like I'm lying. Like I've tried melatonin and it doesn't seem to work that well. I still wake up and it's like, I go, I'm that feeling where you're asleep, but you're kind of conscious that you're asleep. And then she's like, okay. And she's like, all right. So she's like, that is the first step. I have to. She's like, yeah, I could prescribe you something. And I'm like, oh God, got through it. And then she's like, I see here you had, she had prescribed Ativan in the past for when I travel. She goes, do you need more Ativan? Are you traveling? And again, I'm like, is this a test? I feel like I'm doing something wrong every time. Like she's trying to corner me and I'll get arrested. I'm like, yeah, traveling's back. Now I'm flying on November 2nd. I mean, I could take maybe a dozen. I don't know. I went really low. She's like, okay, I can prescribe you a dozen Ativans. And then I said, are those the little ones under your tongue, or are they the slightly larger ones that I can crush up and snort? Because I like to crush them and snort them right away. Busted.
I mean, maybe that's you, because right now you're not drinking or doing anything. So maybe that's
PCP.
your subconscious being like a little extra, like scared. I don't know, scared or something. That
I'd always feel that, whether I'm on substances or not. You know what I mean? I just feel when you're talking to a doctor, they're like, like suspicious, because they're prescribing you highly addictive things.
Yeah, for sure. Well, they have to be really careful. I had a friend who's a doctor, and I may have talked about this on the podcast, but he said that he'd have lots of people.
You're a friend who was what?
A doctor? I was like, why are you asking me? How did you not hear me? And he said that people would come in and ask for refills on their prescription too soon. Like it seemed like, okay, like, so they have to be very, very careful about that. And they would always have the same excuse.
Lost them?
Yeah, but they always said, they always said that they lost them on the bus. So his line to people was like, oh, you lost yours? Well, you know where you could find them? You could probably just go on the bus. Like everybody's lost them there. Sorry about the noise.
Yeah, have a lozenge on an audio medium. So he said, oh, go on the bus.
Okay, I don't think I did that. Calm down.
It sounded like this. Oh, so he's like, go on the
That
bus.
sounded exactly like it.
Theater of the mind.
Theater. Wah, wah, wah.
We have, do you have a,
I sure do.
okay, then I'll continue after.
Okay, good.
I have other things on the agenda today.
Correct myself as well.
Are we low energy? Am I low energy?
No,
well,
no,
I mean,
no.
I'm tired.
This is great.
All right.
Daily dose, daily dose.
Shimon.
Get the news from coast to coast.
Shimon.
Daily dose,
Yeah.
daily dose. All your news from coast to
All the
coast.
news and headlines from Jen Grant.
By the way, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I have commissioned somebody to write us a new jingle
Cute.
for the show, including all of our names in it,
Cute.
including producer Jordan, so you can never leave the show.
Nice try, Jordan. Don't even try,
You're
okay?
cemented in now.
Jordan, why are you even thinking of resigning?
Oh my God, I wasn't.
I'm just joking.
No, but yeah, I'm not going to tell you the genre or the style or who it is. It's not Mike Bennett this time. It's a different person. I approached a different artist.
I know who it is.
Who?
Can I guess, or do you want to just reveal it
guess.
later?
I'm not going to reveal it, but you can guess.
Mike Plume.
No, that would have been good, actually. Good idea.
Well, duh. He's your brother.
Yeah, I know, but he's just so busy and like, I don't know. Yeah, almost too big for it. You know what I mean? I didn't want to.
No, it'd be his honor.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea, but I went an entirely different route than you would expect. You'll be surprised. Pleasantly, hopefully. Should have it in the next week or two. He started writing it yesterday. It's one
Trying
of
to
the.
think.
Mhm.
Trying to think of who it would be. Could be anybody.
Could be anybody. You won't know. Maybe they were on the show in the past. I mean, a long time
Luther
ago.
Wright?
No, it's nobody local. And it's Anyway, I don't want to give too much away.
I think I know who it is.
Go ahead.
Well, we had who was it on the show that was like recently like getting into music, or they I forget his name. Shoot.
I don't remember.
Oh, Peter Anthony?
Is it Peter? Yeah, Peter.
No, is he getting into music?
Remember he sang?
Well, he said something like that.
Yeah, he was starting to sing and do stuff.
Oh,
Remember?
really? I don't really remember. I think I was drunk or high for those
Have
episodes.
another Jay.
I was. I mean, a lot of the episodes I would chug at least one beer before and smoke a joint.
Oh my God.
So I don't remember some of them, but
Wow.
the ones where I'm
okay,
irritable.
can I do my daily dose?
The ones
or-
where I'm irritable and not nice, I'm usually not sober. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, that really narrows it down. Just kidding. Boom, boom. Shh. Okay, here's your daily dose. So, some parents to be are stunned and beyond frustrated when they ordered a bunch of. They live in Ontario. They ordered some baby furniture from this store called the Baby's Room, and the Baby's Room has 3 stores in Ontario, and they spent like $2,000 on baby furniture to get a nursery ready for their first baby, and they just never got the money back. The store closed, and then they just took off. Can you imagine? So they looked into it. The reporters looked into it, and I guess this store like just disappeared. Even the people they were renting the store from, like the company, hasn't gotten rent for the last few months. So now this guy, they tracked down the owner of this store, and they saw him in his car, and they were trying to interview him and ask him and see what's going on, and he just took off, Can you imagine what that guy's going through right now? Like, he hasn't paid rent from his store.
He probably has dark circle under his eyes.
Yeah, he needs some gleh. Anyway, some gleh.
That's such a dumb name, Clay.
Yeah, it's not good. What does it mean?
Clay. It's a sound effect.
What does it mean, though, in French?
Nothing.
Oh. So anyway, imagine how stressed this guy is. And the poor people,
And like, for how much money?
I know. Well, they're probably really in the hole. Like, he probably just thought, oh, something's going to come up and something's going to happen. But when stuff like that happens, you have to wonder how it got that bad. Like, somebody must have a drug addiction or a gambling addiction or something.
Yeah.
Like, you can't pay your rent for 3 months or more months than that. And then he left. They played a voicemail that the owner of the store left on the guy's answering machine.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, just getting back to you about your order, because they were wondering where their furniture was, because they're expecting their baby in a week. And he's like, yeah, just it's September 7th today. So this is the last voicemail they heard from them. September 7th today, and estimated delivery looks like it's going to be the 3rd week of September. So it's on its way. Thank you so much. And then that was it.
Stresses me out just thinking of that guy in that position.
I know. So then, anyway, so they never heard from him again. So then they actually called the furniture company that the store had ordered it from. And the furniture company was like, oh yeah, we have lots in stock. Like, it's no problem, but we haven't been paid by the store. So picture it. This money the parents paid just went in this guy's pocket to probably go and gamble or some shit.
Or just pay off other things. I mean, you don't know. It might be...
Yeah, but that's crazy. Like,
some people are just bad business like owners and managers, and they just anyway.
That's
it just
so
spirals
bad.
and you use this to pay off this supplier, that to this, and then you're like, something, like you said, something will come up, and it's not necessarily drug or gambling, but
well, I know, but it's
related.
suspicious. Like, to go that long.
Oh, I feel for him, because I would do that. That would be me, just ghosting everyone and just
oh my God.
I've done that for multiple jobs.
Oh God.
I was thinking about that recently. Like, I've ghosted a few jobs in my life up until recently too. Like, my first one was ad sales for a newspaper back home. Ghosted. Burnt that bridge. Fuck, he was so pissed off, the owner.
I've done shit like that too.
And 2 businesses here in Wakefield.
Oh my God.
Just left. It's like not good. It's not a good trait, but I just reach a point where I'm like, I can't.
Well, you and I have that in common. Cause
I know, but it's not a good thing. Like, I've actually managed to
no
mend...
one thinks it's a good... No one's like, oh, this sounds good. This sounds like something I should do.
No, but you know what? People will package it in a good way to give themselves a compliment. They're like, I can't have a boss. You tell me one thing, that's it. I walk out. It's like, yeah, you're a douchebag that has no personal responsibility. And that was me. You know what I mean? How they'll like make it a compliment to themselves. They're like, I just can't work for anybody. I found out. Like, as soon as you tell me something, I'm out the door. Yeah, but it's like...
But I was a kid when I was doing that.
Yeah,
you're learning about
I was
yourself.
in my late 30s.
Yeah.
But I've mended those bridges. It wasn't total.
Well, you're a good person.
But so I feel this guy of just like, you just like cut and run. It's you're in over your head and you're like, uh-oh. Mm-hmm. And then you just bounce.
Remember, I told you this story real quick, and then I'll get to the next story here. But when I was a kid, and I got a job at Loblaws grocery store, and I think I was like 15, and it was in the meat department. Oh, ew, teenage girl in a meat department. I don't know. It's not a good fit, especially not for me. You know, it's like, ugh. Anyway, they go, okay, everybody. It was like they were training a bunch of people at once, and they're like, take these frozen chickens and like put these gloves on and stuff the innards in them. I'm like, no. Anyway, I said to my sister, we both got the job. I said to my sister, hey, I'm not doing this job. And she's like, what do you mean? You have to. And I'm like, well, no, I don't. And she's like, well, what are you going to do? I go, well, I'm going to say I'm going to the bathroom and I'm going to leave and never come back here. And she's like, you can't do that. And I go, yeah, I'm gonna right now. Are you in? Are you coming with me? She's like, no, I can't do that. And I go, okay, well, I'll just pick you up when your shift is over then. And I just said, I'm going to the bathroom, and I totally ghosted them too. And I just left and never came back.
Yeah.
Have you heard that story, Jordan?
No, maybe
Jordan?
we lost her.
Jordan?
Anyway, we
Jordan.
Is she there? Maybe we're muted. Oh no, maybe she might have texted.
Jordan?
Check your phone. Sometimes she'll text and say, "Be right back" or something.
No,
Oh.
she didn't. Oh, maybe she did. Hold on. Anyways.
Yeah, I that happened with Rick and I.
No, she didn't.
With Creative Clothing.
Creative Clothing.
I wonder if her headset crapped out.
Oh, yeah. She said, you can't hear me.
Oh, weird.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, now I
Yeah.
can hear you.
What happened?
Weird. I don't know. I have no idea.
Have you heard that story before?
Yeah, I have.
That is a very famous story. I've heard,
Very famous.
Well, I've heard it at least 14 times, so I'm sure Jordan's heard it.
Okay.
It involves her
14.
mother.
I know. It's a little much, 14.
I'm pretty sure at least.
It's a good story.
It's a great story.
I mean, I'm going to try to... Should I create more stories where I just walk out on things?
Please.
I need new ghosting stories. Okay.
Hold on. I have another quick, overwhelming, like when you're overwhelmed and like feels impossible story.
Yeah.
Rick had bought this business, one of my best friends, Rick, called Creative Clothing, which it was a clothing company that you would go to schools and you would press shirts, hoodies, T-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and you could put like the school logo on it. You know, you've seen it where it's like the year of the graduation with all the grads signing in the year, whatever, those kinds of things. And when Rick bought the company, he needed help. I built his website for him. This is like simple HTML website. This is like 10 years ago. We were living in New York, actually. I remember making sales calls from New York, calling like Riverview High and stuff in Moncton, like just. And we made it all online so that we didn't actually have to go into the schools. And we had like this catalog of logos, like anything, like race cars, yin yang signs, aliens, like anything you can think of, rainbows, clouds, suns, just like, and you can't do that with kids. You have to limit what they can put on, like school logo, maybe like 3 different things and whatever, but because we gave them full creative freedom. Like you could put a fucking yin yang on your elbow, an alien on your chest, like anything at all. So we got all these orders, and Rick had the printing press or the press thing to make the shirts at his house. And I remember going, he's like, "Oof, can you come help me do some shirts?" And we were in town, and I went to his house, and there's just boxes and boxes of blank hoodies and T-shirts and of all different sizes, and all of these different logos, and we let the kids pick. So I remember making the first shirt, and we had hundreds of shirts to make for all these different schools, and it took so long to make one. It took us like a half hour to make the first shirt.
Oh my gosh.
And Rick lifts it up.
How many did you have to make, seriously?
Hundreds. And Rick lifts the first, it's a tiny little T-shirt, and there's literally a yin-yang on the chest, an alien on the back, there's like a flower on the elbow. Like the kid just put anything he wanted to on this shirt. And Rick is like, oh, fuck. Like, it was so crazy what we had to do. And
Did you actually do them all?
Yeah.
Wow.
Rick did most of them. I helped him for a couple days and then had to go back to New York. But it was like a nightmare.
Was it worth the money at all?
No, my God, no. It ended up like we were making $2 an hour or something when you broke it down. And Rick sold the company to someone, and I remember, I don't know why I helped with the sale of the company, and I went to this guy's house to like explain a couple things on the website that I had built, and I walk in this place, and this guy was like all the shades drawn, and it's dark, and it's like a townhouse in like the north end of Moncton, and the guy was so pissed because he had started calling schools, and the schools were really pissed off at us, and so he's like, I just bought this business, and everyone's pissed off, and then Rick had to be like, buddy, the potential is huge. Just think of all the potential. And I don't know whatever happened to that company, but oh my God, that was a nightmare.
Oh,
So
I wonder if I should look up Creative Clothing.
Look it up.
Look it up one time.
But it was, there's no way that it's still my website. It was like the simplest HTML website and with like sizes and stuff. And like he could just design the things. Anyway, it was, I remember the guy was so disappointed that he bought this company. It wasn't much, like 10 grand or something, but is it still a thing? It used to be creativeclothing.ca.
Oh, .ca. Okay. Let's see.
No? You want to color commentate what you're doing at the same time?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Right.
Let's see here. I don't see anything.
No.
I don't see anything.
It's probably not a thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. All right. So, did you see this story about a comedian who
Yes.
had a beer thrown at her?
Yes.
So, if you haven't heard of the story, Jordan, have you heard of the story?
Happened
No, I
on,
have not.
So
happened on
this
the weekend.
video went viral. Her name is Ariel Elias. She was at a comedy club in New Jersey.
Uncle
She
Vinny's.
was heckled about her political views. She was talking about something, and somebody yelled out, "Did you vote for Biden?" and all this kind of stuff. And she actually, I thought she handled it really well, back and forth, and saying like, you know, she said something like, the audience member said, "I can tell you voted for Biden based on your jokes." And she said, I really like this line. She said, "I can tell you voted for Trump based on how you're acting right now." And I thought that is so great, right? That's perfect. Anyway, so she really got her in her place. And she said, I don't know, the audience member said something like, well, why, why can't, something like, "Am I bothering you? I don't think I'm bothering anyone else." And the comedian said something like, "Yeah, actually, I think all of the audience is super annoyed with you right now, right?" And then everybody like clapped. I'm paraphrasing.
We should have the clip. That would be... But go ahead.
Anyway, so, well, I'm paraphrasing, but I thought she did a really good job. And then, so after all of that, this woman was so rude, heckling, like, which is rare, by the way. It doesn't happen that often. And so she got kicked out. And then shortly after, the man who was sitting next to her threw a beer,
A full tall can.
A can of beer
Full.
at the stage, and like hard, and hit the wall behind her.
Right, and it missed her head. By the way, if you throw anything
Jeez.
at a comedian because of something a fucking comic said on stage, you deserve to be involved in a single vehicle accident on your way home and something terrible happened to you.
Or arrested. I mean,
No, fuck, I have no sympathy for
well, me neither. And
snowflake fucking weak people.
no, but she didn't. Here's how she handled it, which I thought is so interesting, the way that comics work. Like, we're so tough and we're so obsessed with being funny. Like, I love how she handled it. And then the part that I know I would do differently, and I'm not saying I'm right, I'm just saying it was different. She picked up the beer and she chugged it. And first of all, I wouldn't want to do that.
No,
'cause,
that
like,
wasn't the right.
No, I don't think it was. But she, you know what she was quoted saying in an interview? I do remember thinking, like, would it be funny if I drank this? And I'm thinking, it's so interesting reading that quote from her, because comics are always obsessed with being funny. Like, to the point where
Well,
you're
'cause
even...
You have to.
Yeah, no, but even in that situation where you're being assaulted,
Yeah.
like this, that's what I find difficult, is that, you know, no matter what, a comedian's always like expected to be funny no matter what. And I'm like, okay, well, somebody could have really hurt her. Like, that was bad. And then she said, I still had 5 minutes left. So it was like, how do I get the focus back to the stage? Like, she was so... I know
5 minutes, get the fuck off stage.
100%. And I'm thinking, like, she's so concerned about getting back to the focus on stage, instead of being aware that she should not be treated that way. And that it's absolutely okay for her to demand that person, and then she didn't even press charges, which I 100% think she should have.
Yeah.
She totally should have. I would have pressed charges for sure.
I would have cut his brakes in the parking lot and said, "Enjoy your wheelchair."
Okay. Jeez.
No, I have no sympathy for that shit. It's somebody's saying something with words, and it's not even offensive what she was saying. It was so light, and you're gonna hurl a full tall can at her head.
Yeah.
You-
I wonder
you
if it was that
deserve
woman's
pain.
boyfriend or something. She is.
Doesn't matter who it is.
No,
it's words. She's
I'm
saying
just
words.
Curious.
Like
I'm
words.
just curious. She was being praised for her grace under pressure, and already being asked to be. She's asked to be on late night TV to be interviewed for this, and I think it's also because. Like, not to bring up something, really difficult from my past, but when I got sexually harassed on stage, I remember it was during a time where there was a lot of that kind of stuff going on. Sexually harassed, the reporter for City TV, that happened to her. And anyway, it was a very hot topic at that time. I mean, it should always be something that people report about, but at that time, there's just a lot of things.
It is now assaulting.
Right. And so then when I got interviewed by a lot of different places, I was on TV and interviewed and everything. It was because it was extremely hot. And same with this, because of what happened with Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. It's very much a hot topic. So she's been interviewed to get on talk shows because a lot of people are talking about it. And I just think...
The thing that happened to the... sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
The thing that happened to the guy that attacked Dave Chappelle, that's what should happen. He got stomped by 12 huge black guys and his arm ripped out of his socket, like broken, and taken out on a gurney. That's what should happen if you attack a comedian who's saying words on stage. That was the right thing. That guy got, oh my God. Remember that picture of him?
I just find that, I'm not going to agree with that, per se.
He had a gun and attacked the stage.
He shouldn't have
Beat
done
the
that.
fuck out of him.
But I don't know. Is it right to say, I don't know.
I think so. You need to teach lessons. What if nothing happens after that? It's just like, slap on the wrist.
I think jail would definitely teach someone, wouldn't they? I don't know.
He came with a gun.
Oh, no, I know.
He had a gun or a knife. I can't remember.
I get it. Like,
regardless, he had a weapon and he jumped on stage.
Yeah, no, it's not okay. It's not okay.
And they stomped the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
For words. I mean, it's people...
Yeah, and it's almost like when you're a comedian, it's like, it seems like you wouldn't do that in any other art form. And that's what bothers me about the story, is that she's being praised for her grace, which, I mean, she did really keep her cool, and how she handled the heckler verbally. I thought that was awesome. It's just sad to me that it's always about the laughs, even when you've been assaulted. Like,
Jim Norton has a great bit about that. About how, like, comedians, for some reason, what you say and within your art form, it's people get mad at it and they want to cancel you and they want you to lose work and they want you to never do it again. Meanwhile, if it's an actor portraying his art, but something horrific, like Zac Efron was Ted Bundy, and they're like, "Oh my God, your performance was brilliant! Did you actually rape and murder that woman? Because it really looked like you raped and murdered that woman. Like, brilliant performance." Meanwhile, a comic makes a joke and it's the end of the world.
I think because people always think, oh, this is how you actually feel. They take it too seriously or something, ironically, and it's comedy.
Yeah, people are just dumb.
Shifting gears here, this is not a big deal, but it's kind of interesting. Airbnb is banning parties. So, like, as Halloween is approaching, they're continuing, because I guess when the pandemic started, they had banned, for a while there, you couldn't even use Airbnb, but then they adjusted their rules so that you couldn't have large gatherings in an Airbnb rental property. And so they're going to continue with that policy moving forward, because it protects the people who are renting out their places, and also all the neighbors around and stuff like that, which I think is that's a good thing. And we have an Airbnb property, so that's good news to hear that, you know. And finally,
what do we have?
Airbnb property. Oh. Finally, Angela Lansbury passed away at 96.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, 96 years old. She was 5 days shy of her 97th. Those are a little loud.
I know, that was loud, sorry.
She was 5 days shy of her 97th birthday, which I don't know if you've noticed this, but it happens a lot. People die close to their birthday. She was so successful in her life. And one of the things that I read in the article is that on top of all of her accolades, she which included many Oscar nominations. She started in show business when she was 17, so she almost was in the business for 8 decades, which is incredible. And she's done a lot. People just, like praise her career, and she's incredible. And one of the things that I took away from the article that I thought was really, really nice is like literally not one person has ever said a bad word about her. Like she was a really wonderful person, and I really loved her. And I don't know if you liked this show or thought it was corny, but I loved Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Loved it.
Jordan,
Watched
have you
as a
ever
kid.
seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you should. It's based on, I didn't know this, but Agatha Christie's Miss Marple stories. She played Jessica Fletcher, and it was every episode. It's really cute. Like, you should watch it just to see what it's all about. And there's always a murder. She figures it out, and she was great. She was awesome. And so
I wonder if that show would
rest
hold
in
up
peace.
if you would watch it now.
I think if you think of it in a different category,
Rest
like
in power.
not expect it to be like Law and Order or anything. It's more innocent, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that's your daily dose for today.
Daily Dose. Ah ben là, c'est la Daily
That
Dose.
was a pretty good daily dose.
Jen Grant.
I'm happy with that.
Daily Dose, Daily Dose. Get the news from coast to coast. Daily Dose, Daily Dose. All your news from coast to
All the
coast.
news and headlines from Jen Grant.
Come on. I'm excited to show you guys the new jingle. I'm excited to hear it for the first time, whenever that's going to be. I had this whole other thing to talk about. We'll save it for next week.
Good call.
It'll be, because we're about 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes left. Does anyone want to add anything? Jordan, how you doing?
Nah.
How you doing? I'm good. Moving next week, so that's
right.
on my
It's
mind
next
a lot.
week. Next week already?
Yeah.
Wowee.
Moving can just be stressful. I just
yeah.
have a lot to
It's
do.
Never
How
not.
are you getting your stuff over here?
Jess is coming. My sister's coming.
Oh, nice.
The only person it's not stressful for is your mom. She loves it.
I know.
She does love moving.
Oh my
I know.
gosh, she loves it. And she's like, I don't understand the big deal with why people don't like moving. I love it. It's like, yeah, because we do everything for you.
You're not lifting a finger.
You just go into a new box and get to unpack all of your stuff and make it cozy again.
I know.
So yeah, I would love moving too. But yeah, it is stressful.
Get it all cozy again.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
like, when do you know when to start packing? Because you need your things, but you don't want to pack the day you're moving.
You kind of have to start the earlier the better, and just kind of live out of boxes and have like one box of daily things that you can just close up the last thing. But you kind of, because if you don't start, you're gonna. It's always way more than you think. It's always way more daunting. You're like, oh, I'm done. Then you discover a closet and then a new
You know what I
room
would
and
do,
think-
Jordan? I'd start eating out, like take out 3 days before, and
True,
just,
yeah.
and just pack your clothes and decide what you're wearing for the next 3 days, and things that you're not, like books and stuff like that, extra stuff that you're not going to use. You can start putting in boxes, but 3 days before, just eat takeout, and you might not even need that much. You're in an apartment; it's not going to take that long. But then again, it always takes longer than you think.
Always.
It's true.
Always.
But I
always.
think I think you can do a lot in 2 days.
You discover
2 days.
And it all starts like you're organized. You're like, a box for this, box for that. Then you discover a new closet, a new cupboard, then you're just throwing shit in bags and loose in the car. You're just like, it's just like,
Yeah, I know. Always.
starts off so organized, and at the end you've just got like jackets and knickknacks and stuff just thrown loose in the
I feel
car.
like you don't
and
have that much,
hairbrushes
though,
and-
Jordan. I feel like you
No,
don't have that
I don't
much.
think I do.
Are you using Rubbermaids or like cardboard
you-
boxes?
Is this riveting content? Like, is anyone like super interested in this?
We were dying to know. We're dying to know the yes.
Maybe it's not.
Cardboard.
I find
Or
it
plastic.
interesting because everybody's organizing and moving and doing things, and I always want to know what other people are doing.
Where are you at on label makers? Are you labeling
Where are
things?
you at?
Do you use a marker or do you use a little machine with a printout? Or are you printing on your
never
computer with
mind.
tape?
I'm more cardboard than Rubbermaid, I think.
Green, environmental.
And wouldn't it be more environmental to have Rubbermaid?
No, because Rubbermaid is plastic.
Oh, it goes right in the ocean. Do you do that classic? Do people still go to the liquor store and get boxes?
Oh, yeah.
It used to be the thing back in the I
And
guess.
grocery stores.
Hi, I'm moving. Do you have boxes? And if you leave a bottle in there, I wouldn't be mad. We're having fun. All right. Well, happy moving. If you need help on any level, let us know.
And we'll send you a link to a moving company that
Yeah.
can help you.
Jordan, if you need any help moving at all, email the show, jdshow@lemonpress.ca, and leave a review, and we'll get back to you. All right. Well, listen. Oh, yeah, I forgot to have to add that to the soundboard.
Oh yeah.
That's funny. I think that was after the show. I think that was off mic.
Yeah, I think it was. I think you're right.
Oh yeah, right. We have to do a quick live read. We'll do that after, and we'll add it in post. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. Subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. If you have Apple Podcasts, leave a review. Makes a big difference. If you have an iPhone, you have that GD app. Just go search the Julien Dion Show with Jen Grant. Leave us a review. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that like button. Hit that subscribe. Hit that little bell. Do yourself a favor and subscribe to us. Follow on Instagram and Facebook. Jordan does fantastic work on there. And that's that.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. We'll see you when we see you next week. And until then, watch your head. Okay.